If you played Minecraft before the Village and Pillage update, you'll remember villages in Minecraft used to look far different than they do today. Needless to say, they've had a few updates, but let's be honest, they still suck. I'm Golden, and today I'm going to be fixing everything wrong with Minecraft's villages. This is what a village looks like after the Village and Pillage update was released. Now, as you can see, it was upgraded in some ways, I suppose, but overall, it still doesn't look all that great and could be made far better. Now, one of my biggest issues with this is the paths, which they're never really straightforward. They kind of, look real ugly, cut off in certain places, just have grass in the middle of them. So our first fix is going to be, transforming and reforming all of those paths. That already looks a lot better than what these paths were before. However, I think we can do a lot more upgrading here. Starting off by this village has absolutely no defenses, so what we're going to try and do next is kind of work on a wall kind of for defense here. And I think it could be a great upgrade, even though these are some simple, like very simple walls. It wouldn't take that much to code them in, to be honest. I could even cut them in a mod without having access to the in-game files, so they're not that hard to code in. Very simple. I don't see why they haven't done this a while back. And maybe, they could have little holes in the walls that could be repaired and stuff, so it wouldn't be too OP where pillagers couldn't get through. But for demonstration purposes of making the village better, I kind of figured it would be best to have them in full working order. And there we go. That is the whole wall finished. I really like the medieval style it kind of came out as. I didn't really have a plan for this initially. I was kind of just building and going with it. You could probably tell I was just adding on minute details until it looked really good. But honestly, I like how it came out. You can see we got kind of like little spikes there, or like each pillar is chiseled, and then we got like a castle kind of gate entrance in the front there. I like it. It stands out a lot. And, like I initially said, this could really ward off against, pillagers. You could have some breaks in it from past battles, stuff like that. I feel like it could really, come out great if they were to put it in an update. Maybe, a future update like 1.20 they will. We just did some terraforming there. It doesn't really change much on the outcome of the build, but it is a nice little touch. Next, I'm going to work on this kind of animal pen here. I don't really like the just random shape of it, so I wanted to make it a more conformed rectangle, kind of with a little bit more design. I found that adding depth to about any build can really make it stand out from the rest, so that's exactly what we're doing here with these logs and trapdoors. And we're going to have a trench for them to drink out of right there, and some hay. We're also going to be putting some cattle in here once I can figure out which one. There we go. And that will be that will be it for that pen part. Now, the next thing I kind of wanted to work on here was going to be the farms, like the vegetable farms themselves, just because we've had the exact same models for God knows how long. I think it's been like 8 years now, so it's about time to change them. Now I kind of wanted to use the fact that that one bucket of water can reach and replenish about 4 blocks outwards of farmland in each direction, as I kind of feel like that should be about the size of a farm, the maximum agriculture you can have, especially since we're kind of going for a societal kind of thing here where they've already developed, you know, defenses like walls and stuff. I feel like they should also know the limits of agriculture. Now, I know that these kind of, centerpieces of each village are one of the only things that actually looks good in the entire village, but we had to get rid of it unfortunately due to the farm being so big. And I mean, it wasn't exactly in the middle anyway, so it's not like destroying it is going to do much. We'll add a different kind of centerpiece in the future. And I mean, it kind of improved removing it. Like, let's be honest here. It did some improvements there. Alright, now this is what the farms came out as looking like, and I personally think huge improvement. This can have 4 workstations per farm, or, if you wanted to add some more to get some more farmers, you can do that, of course, but I think too many posters maybe, looking at this in post, but overall came out great. Now, the other thing is we just removed that centerpiece. I kind of wanted to get a statue put in, as a filler because we just removed it. So I found the general center of town and decided, why not put a really crappily built statue here? You're going to see I struggled a lot with the design of this thing because I could not decide what looked right at all. Alright, now that is finally finished. It was the most annoying process of all, and it doesn't really look like a villager. I was kind of hoping we would come back to it in the future, but we didn't end up doing that because I completely forgot about it. So we have that atrocious thing in the middle of the village, which, let's be honest, probably be the one thing Mojang would take from this video. Be like, ah, yes, let's add that atrocity in. But next I'm going to work on the kind of roofs here. I don't really like the pyramid style of roof, so we're gonna go with a kind of more triangle-esque, kind of like all the other houses have. That's not right. So I did something wrong. I don't know what it is, but I did something wrong. Now that we've completely finished the roofing, or roofing, I guess. I don't know why I said roofing, but now that we have finished that, I can see a large improvement in these two houses we did it on. However, there's not enough houses in this village. That's why the next thing that we will be fixing is going to be adding some houses in here. I'm just going to be using a structure block and copying one of these houses and putting it around a bunch just because I feel like it's the basic villager house. Hello, Gauss. Next thing we're going to be working on here is sort of a pig pen. Because, you know, they don't need, you know, a sheep pen really or anything like that, as they don't have a desire to go to the nether or explore, so it would make more sense that not only do they want steak, but they'd also want some pork, you know, some bacon with their breakfast. So that's what we're going to go ahead and build here. Alright, now that that is completely finished right there, that is going to be, I believe, all of our farms completely done. We have the pig pen, the cow pen, and two fairly large farms. I'm not going to upgrade every single farm in the village, just because that would take up too much room. More homes. More homes. Also going to add some residents in here, of course. As always, you know, it won't be a village without villagers. And that is our second to final step done. Now, one final thing, we don't want mobs spawning in here, of course. That's the whole reason for the walls, to keep them out. So we're going to go ahead and add some street lamps. You know, funny thing actually, while I was building this entire set of street lamps, I was having a debate or discussion on Discord whether or not free speech should be allowed in America. Yeah, very, very interesting things I do that you guys have no idea about while I'm recording these videos. Totally interesting, not boring at all. And that is the entire build finished right there. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe. Maybe share this video with a friend, you know, get it around. I've noticed that these videos I put effort into that end up being like 15 to 25 minutes long don't exactly get as much attention just because people, you know, want quick, you know, attention. They want to get their attention caught like that with TikTok and all this stuff. So it does help out the channel more than most people realize when you like and subscribe and share the video. Anyways, peace out and stay golden.